Only Immokalee that's dealing with the fog this time of the day, but they're actually looking pretty good this morning.
Yeah, and it's more up towards kind of Fort Myers. We were just looking. It's kind of hard to see out there right now still.
Yes. Well, earlier, we were able to see some of the sunrise. We were able to see some buildings. Now we can't even see ahead of us here from our sky cam coming out of the studio. So again, very tricky conditions because of this dense fog. And the dense fog advisory is still in effect going into the 9 a.m. hour. And we are dealing with sea fog. And the sea fog advisory, of course, in effect up until 1 p.m. this afternoon. So again, very poor road conditions are out there because of the fog that we did have develop overnight and into your early morning hours. Immokalee looking good for you this morning, especially compared to everywhere else. Still looking at some hazy spots for Naples, northern Collier County. The more south we get, the denser the fog. So Marco Island visibility reduced to about 1/4 of a mile for you. And we are looking at about a half-mile visibility in Fort Myers all the way into Charlotte County, still looking like less than a mile. So again, dense fog this morning. Tomorrow morning, we are going to still see some foggy and hazy conditions to start you off. Very, very hard to see over in Estero, of course. You can only see kind of the islands that are closer to the camera. And then this is a look over in downtown Fort Myers. Earlier this morning, we're actually able to see some of the buildings, but now very hard to see off into the distance. We have temperatures in the low 60s, dew points running very close to the temperature with a calm wind as well. These are all the ingredients to see the fog, that low-level cloud develop, and that's what we have this morning. So we have the low 60s pretty much throughout most of Southwest Florida, upper 50s for Lehigh Acres and Immokalee, 63 out the door in Naples. Now over the next few mornings, we're still going to be running above the average with the low 60s, moisture in place. That's why we are going to wake up to some foggy spots once again for your Monday morning. A little cooler there for your Tuesday, for your Wednesday, as we can wake up to areas of haze then. But by Thursday and Friday, with a continuing easterly wind, we're going to wake up to fog once again later this week. So that's going to be the biggest weather story we have, because we're also going to stay on the dry side. So no major cold fronts coming through over the next 5 to almost 7 days here in Southwest Florida. So temperatures running in the upper 70s later this afternoon, near 80 degrees in Golden Gate, 76 for the beaches, under a partly cloudy sky. So it is looking good if you do have any plans to be outdoors today, especially when all that fog and haze does clear up. We still have a lot of moisture on over us, so that's what we're seeing on the water vapor in the upper to mid levels of the atmosphere, dry air towards the south. Again, this will continue to lift and push off towards the east. Along with it, we are going to see high pressure build in behind, so that's going to give us the sunshine and a much more clear sky for your Monday. So later this afternoon, again, staying on the dry side, rain will not be an issue, so you can leave that behind if you do have any plans to go out to the beach, to go out kayaking, if you're going to go for that run, or even some early Super Bowl festivities. Again, looking good to be outdoors. It's not going to be too hot outside, not going to be too cold. It's going to be actually pretty nice this afternoon. As we go into your evening overnight hours, watch how we start to see some more fog develop across Southwest Florida. So just keep that in mind for your Monday morning. You're going to want to give yourself a little bit more time on the roads there. So again, waking up to another foggy start there for your Monday. Of course, today's Super Bowl Sunday. That's on Wing TV. Temperatures in the upper 70s for your Tuesday, back into the 80s. Again, as we get closer to the weekend, that's when we could start to see a few showers develop as a front will thaw out towards north of us.
So if you were born